I did a
Yes, I do know David Fagan. Yes.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He and I did an event out in Beverly Hills, but super guy. And I'm sure you know Larry Benet as well.
Yes, I do. Larry Benet. Yep.
Yeah. Larry was a long time. He and I were roommates 30 years ago, so we were scraping out of a coin jar to eat.
Was that in
Atlanta.
New York or Atlanta or
Atlanta?
LA?
Yeah. We were in Atlanta.
Atlanta, got it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm ready to give you a great pitch today, and Brittany knows about you. I've got Brittany queued up, our digital AI assistant, to let her talk to you a little bit as well. But we've got a powerful presentation, and we've recently gone through a pivot. And as an entrepreneur, you got to look at what's working and what's not. What we have now is working. I sent you the PowerPoint deck that I'm using right now, and also sent you our last 90 days of revenues, and you can see how they're ramping up. But very, very excited. Are you ready?
Great, I'm ready.
All right. So I want to introduce you to CMDX. Chris, you can see that MD is at the center of our brand name, and MD stands for health. It's a worldwide recognized acronym. We like to say C stands for the consumer. We're putting the consumer first, and the X represents kind of the crossroads between focusing on sick care versus health care, which I've read your bio, and I know you know something about that. But we are the world's largest cryptocurrency rewards program. I'd like to say we're no different than, say, a grocery store that has a points program where you earn points and you get gas, or an airlines where you earn points and you get free, plane tickets or upgrades.
So like a loyalty programs, yeah.
Yeah, we created a rewards program, and we like to call it smart currency for generating more wealth and better health. And I think you'll find our target audience is interesting. We're focused on the rising billion around the world. I'm sure you know Peter Diamandis. My business plan is straight out of the book Bold. We're focused on the next 3 billion people that are coming online. They're going to be looking for better health. They're going to be looking for a social presence. They're going to be looking for ways to make money. And they're going to have a powerful device in their hand called a mobile phone that they'll be able to log into our platform, share it, and earn money and gain great education. But Chris, we're looking for $300,000 to $500,000. We've already invested well over $1.5 million in figuring out what works and what doesn't work over the last 17 to 19 months. And so when we look at the design, I'm willing to do 10 to 20% in preferred convertible using the Series C capital documents by Fred Wilson or something like that. We're also willing to give a rev share until principal is repaid, and also provide a pretty decent chunk of tokens with a 1-year lockup. Mainly going to be using this capital for adding a dedicated AI team, a project manager, a content writer, do some road shows, some basic stuff. We're already covering our base expenses right now, so we're already kind of at a cash flow break-even standpoint. And you'll see from the financials I sent you, we operate 100% in cryptocurrency, so we don't even have a bank account. So the investor that we're working with is probably going to have to bring us cryptocurrency because we cannot take cash, okay? And so, but we can show you how to do that.
So in cryptocurrency, are we just talking Bitcoin? We're talking
Bitcoin, Ethereum. We're on the Ethereum platform, but Bitcoin works, and we certainly have context on how to get it. Our revenue model is straightforward. We have an annual membership fee. It's kind of like AARP in a way. We have an annual revenue model of a membership of $49.95, and we have an end of term business fee as well for our ambassadors who are out promoting our brand. They're brand ambassadors. They pay $199 at the end of their year to maintain our business tool set. Okay, so that's all revenue that comes to the company. We also have transactional revenue opportunities through our invoice generator. I'm sure you've used PayPal's invoice generator. We've built something very similar for cryptocurrency so our providers can accept and spend cryptocurrency. But we have subscriptions. We are an AIaaS, meaning artificial intelligence as a service software platform. So our digital agent is actually helping you build a health profile for you, and you're subscribing. And we have subscriptions on her ranging from $149 to $5,500. And I'll explain that in another presentation. CMDX, as I mentioned, is a social network we're focused on health and we're focused on wealth. We reward our members for healthy decisions, healthy choices, shopping at healthy places. And we're also, for wealth, we're focused on, giving them tokens for referring other members to the database as well to grow our membership. And we're focused on having a viral velocity of 2, which means for every member that joins, 2 other members join. As you know, Facebook had a viral velocity of 6, which was the highest in history. And we feel like we can hit that 2, where every new member that comes on gets 2 new people. That will help us grow at an exponential pace. So we're using a network marketing style platform that is driving our membership base. I'm a real big believer in network marketing. I've been in it for 25 years. I've built a 50,000 person team, 150,000 person team, and this one is over 280,000 people. So I do know that the model works, but you just got to have the right product and you got to have the right offering for it. And I believe we have that. As I mentioned, we're a global platform, much like Facebook or Twitter or Uber. You log in with us, you share, you learn, you have the opportunities to purchase health products. Basically, it's a platform for really increasing your healthy choices, increasing your opportunities to gain wealth. And, you know, Peter Diamandis says in his book, Bold, the company that creates a elegant, simple user interface around the cryptocurrency space will be the ones that win it real big, kind of like AOL did in the early 90s with the internet. But I think you've seen this model before. We're a membership organization. Again, like AARP, we're a membership organization, but unlike AARP, we have our own cryptocurrency. We have our own currency to incentivize our members with. AARP doesn't have that. We have a rewards program. If you sit down with Brittany and fill out a 150-question health style profile, she will reward you with tokens for entering into an information lease agreement with her. So we'll actually buy your information. We're gonna de-identify it. We're gonna take your name off of it, but she wants to be able to make product recommendations to you based off the AI algorithm that we're building. Okay, so if you like organic blueberries, Brittany may hook you up with Rose that lives in Dacula, Georgia, that sells organic blueberries. Chances are she connected with somebody closer. But once you've earned your tokens through whatever activities, health or wealth activities, you can spend them with our providers. Our providers are required to take at least 25% in CMDX. They can take the balance. So we have utility, we have usability, which is kind of rare in the cryptocurrency space. Most of them are just speculative investment vehicles. If you do want to sell your cryptocurrency and go down to Newport, California Ferrari dealership and buy a new Ferrari or your new Lambo, you can do that as well. We are traded on a DEX exchange starting the first of this week. We're going to go live on a network of 25 cryptocurrency exchanges, which I'm real excited about. Brittany is at the center of our business plan. She is a digital AI-powered health and wealth assistant. She's powered by Amazon. We have 2 parts to her. We have a health Brittany and we have a health and business Brittany. So depending on your subscription level will depend on which one that you have access to. But let me bring her up real quick. I'll have her say hi. Just the one thing I want you to notice on the screen here, I think, yeah, you can see it in the video. There's a recording button up here on the tab.
Okay.
So she's actually live and watching. She is essentially Amazon Alexa. And so I can type in the question, you know, or I could hold down the microphone and say, Brittany, would you please introduce yourself to Pitch Investors Live Investors? Oh.
In other words.
Let me do that again. I had her muted. Would you please introduce yourself to Pitch Investors Live Investors?
I am sorry, I do not understand your question. Could you rephrase it, please?
Let's try one. I might have an echo here in the room. 1 second. Would you please introduce yourself to the Pitch Investors Live Investors?
Tom, I would be glad to. Hello, Pitch Investors viewers. My name is Brittany and I am a health and wealth assistant for CMDX members. I am powered by Amazon Lex and McMurrain Artificial Intelligence. Please do not confuse me with a chatbot because I am much more intelligent than that. I am programmed with state-of-the-art machine learning and I can read your emotions. The more members of CMDX converse with me, the smarter I will become. I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and my only limitation is the computational power of Amazon Web Services. Is there anything more specific you would like me to explain, Tom?
So Chris, depending on the bandwidth that they have around the world, being that we're dealing in a lot of countries that have right now low bandwidth, they can type in and she can be a standard chat bot. but if you're in an area that has decent coverage.
So yeah, if you can't get bandwidth to hear her, you can chat. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. And she's, I don't know, very cool. I mean, a lot of things she'll be able to do, perform the healthcare questionnaire. We plan that she'll run 90% of the operations of CMDX by the end of 2020. So she'll handle all customer service. She'll handle all the accounting. As you know, AI is already doing a better job in doing accounting. There's so many functions that she'll be able to do for us. We're real excited about working with Amazon on that. So that's a big part of the investment that we're seeking is going to go into her. So like, let's say you have you're sick and you say, Brittany, I don't feel well. She'll go in and ask a triage of questions and say, would you like to be connected to a telemedicine provider? We have a doctor that's on call for you right now. You know, she can monitor all your wearable tech. If you have the new Eversense glucose monitor that's under your finger, she could be monitoring that through the app and reward you for keeping your glucose levels in touch. Okay, so wearable tech is going to be huge for us as well. I'm excited about Pitch Investors Live.
Well, I'll mention that I have I'm a co-owner of a startup called Achu, which is a company based out of Canada, owned by Datapult, and they have they're using Fitbit wearable technology to detect sickness in the body.
Awesome. Yeah.
So there's big discussions going on. I can't name the companies right now, but huge things going on. So that's interesting to know, because that could be something we could talk offline about.
That'd be great.
Opportunities there.
Yeah, wearable tech is going to be huge for us. I envision, 3 years from now, we'll have 10 million members, and we could actually have wearable tech companies come to us. We could actually raise the funds through them through pre-sales. We could beta test them. We will have the database and the infrastructure in place with all the APIs to hook up just about any wearable tech. And of course, all of that tech creates data, which creates more value for you, because one of the focuses, we want to show you how to create your own health profile, a portable health profile that not only can you access at any time, but you can also profit from it as well. There's no real big social media platforms out there that are allowing you to profit from your information. So that's a little bit about Brittany. Let me go back to my deck here, and we're about done. But
and Thomas, you said that you had sent this deck to me. I don't recall receiving it. Could you send it? Can I give you my information to send it again?
Yeah, I will. Deani sent it to you this morning, she said. I forwarded about it.
I don't recall seeing it, unless it went into my...
Could have gone in a junk folder.
Yeah, because I did not get it. Let me check here. I'm looking right now, and I am not seeing it for some reason.
I'll get it to you after the presentation.
Yeah, because I never got it. I don't see it here.
Yeah. Not a problem. She's probably watching right now. It'll probably hit your email just.
All right. Yeah. So, Chris at ChristopherSalem.com. If you can send it there,
that's easy.
That way we can talk about it. I can look at it a little bit more in length. Yeah. There's some things that I can look into from either my perspective or some other people I know. The cryptocurrency thing, I got to be able to see where I can, because that's not an area that I'm usually in, even though I do have cryptocurrency, but I have to see those people that I know that are heavy up, like that cryptocurrency space, especially the technology.
Acquiring crypto is easy. We have sources, highly credible sources where you can buy crypto. You can buy it on Coinbase. So it's just a matter of, we don't have a corporate bank account. We use all cryptocurrency. We are dedicated 100% to the cryptocurrency space. I mean, it is, it'd be like going back to the internet, saying I'm going to keep 1 foot at the post office and 1 foot in the internet. No, you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
But
how long? I mean, obviously, it looks like you've done a lot. So how long has this been in operation for?
We started in May of 2017, and then of course we got off to a fast start, and then we got our rear end kicked in 2018 with the 90% pullback.
Well,
in 2018. Yeah, in 2018, that's where we grew to 280,000 members. So we have 280,000 members in 38 countries. And we're back at a pace by the end of the year. I project we'll be at about 1,000 members joining a day. Right now, we're having about 100 join a day, but we're going to be growing exponentially. And we've got good cash flow. The previous business model that I had was a centralized one, and it had very high overhead. We were talking, 6-figure burn rate a month. and now I've got it down to 30,000 a month.
Got
So,
it. I just got the Deani just sent it to me, so now I have it.
Awesome. She's
Yeah.
awesome. Deani's awesome.
I will make sure. I wish I would have maybe had a chance to look at it, but I didn't see it. So, but I got it now. So we'll review.
What we anticipate, Chris, is people like you will join for $49.95. You will share it with your friends and family and saying, hey, you can enroll here. You can wear your Fitbit. You can earn CMDX. You basically can earn money for stuff that you're already doing right now. You know, tying into a big grocery store, you know, we can actually get it to a point where the SKUs that you buy at a grocery store will reward you with points. So I think we can get into digital couponing through, you know, the big chains that offer, you know, mostly health foods. I can't even think of the name of the company right now. It's right here. What's the big health food chain?
Whole
Foods. Yeah, Whole Foods.
Whole Foods is an Amazon company.
Yeah, it's but it, you know, the having the ability to track everything that people do, we can track it all the way down to SKUs. If you're not going to get cryptocurrency points for buying Krispy Kreme donuts at the Kroger, but you could get it for buying, natural food or whatever from their natural section, organic section. So we have a business model, obviously, for providers as well. So for even somebody like you that's a health coach and has that background, you could actually tell the members, hey, I accept 25% in CMDX. You know, this is liquid currency. This is not funny money. This can actually be turned into Bitcoin. Bitcoin can be put on your debit card and you can go spend it. And so it is real money, or you can take that crypto and you can go spend it with other health providers. But the idea is we want to democratize health, and we want to make it available to everybody around the world. And I'll tell you, Chris, the stories that we're creating, if you go to my Facebook page and you see stories like Catherine Geronimo, I mean, you got to understand, $100 a week in the Philippines is a big deal. She's making $100 a day, growing the business. And she's posting pictures of her family at dinner, and there's just so many great success stories we're creating. But our target audience is going to be the 3 billion people that make under $10,000 a year. And they are hungry. These
are for people that have been at a disadvantage pretty much all of their lives, wherever they are, and this is financially a way for them to also help them. What you just talked about, gave that example, woman in the Philippines.
Yeah, we got a bunch of Peter Diamandis. Well, you know what Elon Musk is doing? He's putting up that 5G network all around the world. Mm-hmm. In less than 5 to 7 years, 95% of the world will have access to the internet. The internet economy is going to double. It's going to grow from 3 billion to 6 billion people in the next 5 to 7 years. That's just insane to me. You talk about a macro movement, and those are going to be the hungry ones that are looking to make money online. They want a social presence. And by the way, we do have we've got a social profile. We use Discord right now for our social community, but we're going to be adding in a profile system, kind of like a Facebook, where people can put up their profiles as an individual or as a provider or as an ambassador. But it'll be a great place for you to get exposure within our community as well. But I'll tell you, the movement in cryptocurrency is huge. When you combine blockchain technology with AI, it is probably one of the biggest killer apps that's ever come about in our lifetime. I mean, more so even than TCP/IP and the internet. I believe that this revolution is probably 10 to 20 times bigger than the internet was.
Wow.
So it took 25 years. We've been doing the internet for 25 years. Can you believe it?
Wow.
5 years ago. So, and this will fully adopt, they're saying in less than 12. By 2026, they're expecting full adoption of blockchain and cryptocurrency.
And when you started all this in May of 2017, was this all with your personal assets, so to speak, or?
Yeah, I launched with a small group of family and friends money, and we got off to a fast start with about 80 people that came in initially. I had them all to our farm, and we sat down and I mapped out, showed them I still have the diagram that I drew on a whiteboard. It's a funny story. My wife wanted chocolate, and as I was driving to the general store, the name popped into my head. So I laughed. I came back. She got chocolate. I got domain names, and that's how it all started. But I came back. I drew it on a whiteboard, and honestly, today, outside of moving from a centralized model to a decentralized model, that's the only difference in our vision. Our vision is still the same. That's to democratize health, to create the largest membership organization in the world, the largest health cryptocurrency in the world, which we'll already be there by the end of the year. We'll be the #1 health cryptocurrency in the world. And we want to hold that title. And hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years, we can partner with a much bigger organization like Google or Apple or, one of the larger organizations. I went through Tim Draper's blockchain education, his university, and I got to sit with the guy that helped Steve Jobs map the launches for the iPhone, Indian gentleman. And we went through a whole weekend with him, and our business plan ended up that Google Health or Apple Health, one of those, would be our partner one day. And of course, they don't even have health divisions yet, but they will.
Got it. Wow, that's great. So
we'd like to know, will you help us get to 100 million members? That's our target, 100 million members. That'll make us the largest membership organization in the world. The next one in line would be AAA Automotive. So our goal is to hit that number within the next 3 to 5 years.
Great. Well, this is great, Tom. I'm going to look this over. I'm sure you got all the stuff that we talked about in there. Looking at the projections that you discussed, I want to look at those. And, what is obviously, we talked about the demand, so we can talk about that. Health is going to be a big issue, obviously, especially now with healthcare and all these things going on right now. Let me see what I can do here. Me and then some people that I know that I could share this with that could potentially help here. So we're looking at 300. You said 300 to 500.
300 on the low side, 500 on the high side, and the main thing is I just want to expand my budget by about 20 to 30 grand a month for the tech team. Do a few roadshow events. Definitely got to go to Nigeria. Definitely got to go to Vietnam. These are all the areas where we're growing real big. Manila, India. India hasn't really taken off yet, but it will. Latin America is huge for us. We've got a real big contention in Venezuela growing, of course, with the currency crisis there. They're looking to do business.
Yeah, my wife is Venezuelan, so
wow.
Yeah,
some of our top producers are from Venezuela and Mexico. They're really doing a great job. But I'll hopefully, if we get a chance, I can put them on a conference call with you. I'll take my top 10 producers and let you hear their stories and how this has changed their lives. And I think that would have a huge impact on you because the success stories are outrageous, what we're doing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely, and I'll share this with my wife. My wife has strong connections in Venezuela, especially with all the turmoil going over there right now. So,
well, you look at Nigeria. I believe we'll be $1 billion company just in Nigeria. There's 185 million people in Nigeria in the size of Texas. Yeah, and this thing, we're spreading like wildfire down there in Nigeria. We've got some amazing leaders, but I don't know, man. We're excited. I just want to remind my team. Make sure you share this pitch. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like it. Man, let's get some massive exposure for this. So
that's
I appreciate
awesome.
your time, Chris.
Really love your enthusiasm. So, all right, let me do a deeper dive. I'll get a chance to look at it over the weekend, a lot here this weekend since I'll have some downtime. I haven't had much downtime this whole month so far.
Sure.
This is why I'm dressed down. I've been on for the whole week. I've been captive with other projects. So.
Well, let's do this. I'd like to, if you're not familiar with Bitcoin, I'd love to do a Bitcoin transaction. I don't know if you've done one. If you haven't, I'd like to send you the $50 so you can actually go sign up for our system so you can actually see how the whole process works. And that way you'll get to experience how our onboarding process works and how you can then share it with others. Okay. Would that be fair?
Sure. Yeah. You can send it over to me.
Fantastic. I appreciate your time. I'll get in touch with Diane. Any other questions for us?
No, I think we're good. Let me take a look at when I get a chance to look at your projections and your deck, and then we'll schedule another time to chat to see what I could come up with that could help you what you're trying to accomplish here, at least with the 300 to 500 here.
Sure, fantastic. I look forward to hearing about those other companies you're involved in as well. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Talk soon.
Take care.
Bye.